Good morning. I am Reggie, Associate Professor, Department of ECE. Today we are going to see about Unit 3, 5G Network Architecture and Core. On completion of this topic, students can understand the basics of 5G network architecture and core. The primary goal of mobile network is offer fast, reliable mobile data service to network users. 5G has broadened the scope to a wider range of wireless service delivered to the end user across multiple access platform and multi-layer network. 5G creates a dynamic, coherent and flexible framework of advanced technology to support variety of applications. 5G utilizes more intelligent architecture with radio access network no longer constrained by base station proximity or complex infrastructure. 5G lead the way towards disaggregated, flexible virtual LAN with new interference creating additional access data point. 5G architecture 3GPP. So the third generation partnership project covers telecommunication technology including RAN, core transport network and service capability. The 3GPP has provided complete system specification for 5G network architecture which is more service oriented than previous generation. Services are provided via common framework to network functions that are permitted to make use of them. Modularity, reusability and self-containment of this network are additional design consideration for 5G network architecture designed by 3GPP. 5G spectrum and efficiency. Multiple frequency ranges are dedicated to 5G. The portion of radio frequency ranges from 30 GHz and 300 GHz is known as millimeter wave since the wavelength ranging from 1 to 10 millimeter. Frequency between 24 GHz and 100 Hz allocated to 5G in multiple regions worldwide. But in the millimeter wave, underutilized UHF frequency between 300 MHz and 3 GHz, C-band frequency between 3.7 and 3.98 GHz has been repurposed for 5G. The diversified frequency employed can be tailored to a unique application. Higher frequency are characterized by higher bandwidth and shorter range. Millimeter wave frequency are ideal for densely populated area but ineffective for long distance communication. Within various frequency band dedicated for 5G, each carrier has begun to curve their own individual portion of 5G. So one of the 5G you will have multiple access edge computing. This multiple access edge computing is the important element in 5G architecture. But it is offshoot of cloud computing that bring closer application from centralized data center to the network edge. This essentially creates a shortcut in content delivery between the user and host. This technology is not exclusive to 5G, but it is certain integrity of efficiency. But the characteristics of MEC include low latency, high bandwidth, and real-time access to RAN information that distinguish 5G architecture from the precedents. 5G network based on 3GPP specification are an ideal environment for MEC development. Distribution of computing power enable high volume of connected devices inherent to 5G deployment and IoT in addition of latency and bandwidth. In NAND standalone deployment, there are three deployments. Option 3, LTE E node act as a master node and 5G NR act as a secondary node. Both the RAN function connect 4G. Option 3 help in scenario where UE can connect to large cells and connect to 5G through high power. This 5G RAN architecture, the concept of RAN through disaggregated by the allotted O-RAN. So this traditional architecture eases the deployment of new RAN features to scale, encouraging the ability. The O-RAN aligns objective is to allow multiple vendor deployment with the self hardware for the improved interoperability. Network disaggregated allows competition to the network, which means scale and improve the user experiences. Virtualized RAN is essential for controlling hardware and software cost in rapidly expanding ecosystem. From this topic, we can understand which is the most part of 5G RAN architecture, which unit have to split RAN architecture, what is the role of service-based architecture. To improve the signal strength, it connect IoT devices to enable communication within 5G core and manage the 5G network. So these are all the topic you want to know for this 5G core architecture.